I hit a button. Okay, folks, we have a situation on the go. Joe, why don't you tell the folks about what's happened?
Okay. The deal is we got to hike out with 50-pound packs, about 20 minutes, half an hour. Well, what used to be a road, because now after all the crazy rain, it's flooded, and it's about shin deep. So none of our boots are going to cover that kind of water. So our feet are going to get wet if we try to cross it.
So,
and the problem is it's ice cold, and it's kind of cold right now. We'd have to have a fire built instantly. There's no way to take your boots off and cross it because you can't get a 50-pound sack across on those rocks with no shoes on.
So we need to think about this, decide what we're going to do.
All right, shut her down.
So this is the site we've chosen. We've already worked on the fire pit a bit already. Got the logs placed for the shelter. We're kind of on a end point between that side of the water and that side, but we're pretty protected from the wind out here. No, I'm just talking to the camera. But we got 3 hours of what, sunlight left?
Yeah, 3 to 4 hours.
3 to 4 hours of sunlight. So this is going to be our camp. We just got to get some wood and get ready for freezing temperatures tonight. Okay, here's the zombie man with his Marine Raider batoning a piece of wood. I mean, like seriously, this knife is deadly. I mean, deadly. 10-inch blade, 1095 steel. All I can say is wow. We do have our fire started right here, and I'm going to have to start feeding it pretty soon. It's not completely self-sustaining. Coals are still developing, but it's time to feed the fire. Well, here we are the first morning. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning. I can't really show you the sunrise due to the camera, but it's behind that tree. We got our campfire going again. Our wonderful teepee that we built for cooking our meals on. Little metal hangers going up. And they tie up here. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Little grill. Camp coffee is the best, by the way. What do you think, Zombie 1?
I think I can't have coffee, so I'm going to have to find something else.
He doesn't drink coffee. Little makeshift seat. There's our sleeping quarters. And the zombie is feeding himself nutritious medicine. Okay, so this is the man's homemade, aside from the little fancy first aid kit, he built it himself.
Well, it's beefed up.
Beefed up. Let's take a look. Tell us what you have in there. Basically.
Drugs.
Type of drugs.
Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol, Tylenol 1s, Tylenol 3s.
You got Tylenol 3s?
Ibuprofen.
Dude, where did you get Tylenol 3s? That's Oxycontin, basically.
I got ibuprofen. I've got aspirin. I've got those back pills, which are basically acetaminophen plus a muscle relaxant. Anti-diarrhea tablets.
How about stuff for?
I've got Benadryl, which can be used for 3 things. It can be used as a sleeping pill. It can be used to treat allergic reactions, and it's also an anti-nauseant. So yeah, those are just the drugs.
Yeah.
There's Oragel in case somebody has a sore or something, or toothache or what have you. There's eye wash, tweezers, nail clippers.
And your standard gauze.
Surgical gloves.
Good.
I don't know what else is in there. I don't even want to go through it.
No, but I got you.
There's gauzes and stuff like this. This is
so how much would it cost?
tincture of benzoin, which is good for applying moleskin.
How much would it cost to put this together for someone they wanted to beef up their first aid kit?
It was a $28 kit the way it came.
Okay.
And all the stuff that I added to it, I don't know. How much were those? There was like 4, I think you get 3 or 4 of them for like, I don't even remember.
Okay.
There's this. This is new skin. Which just goes on. You just paint it on, and it basically works like liquid skin.
Oh, does it? Okay.
There's an instant cold pack there in case somebody has a sprain. Not in here, but there's a SAM splint I have there in case somebody breaks a bone or has a neck injury. There are triangular bandages, a couple of them.
Oh, in your pack there. Okay, cool. Okay, here we are on day 3. We burned a lot of wood last night, didn't we?
Yep.
So what's your thoughts on the wood situation for this particular location?
What, in terms of?
Supply, as compared to if we were really in the middle of nowhere, how would we want, like we had some good fires going last night.
Well, it's obvious that this area's been camped in a bunch of times before. It's pretty thin out here, so you don't want to take too much from this location because you want the forest to be able to keep its natural cycle. So, but the good news is they cut a road through here, and there's a bunch of logs pre-cut by the side of that road. Just go over, grab a couple, saw them up, chop them up, and keep it going for sure. If you were in the middle of the woods, I mean, you'd have to cut down like things like that, like standing deadwood. Maybe not that big, but you wouldn't do that here. It would just change the landscape too much. You want to keep as many trees standing here as possible, even if they are dead.
Let's get a little view of our camp area that I didn't get with this camera. As you can see right here, this is our cooking device. It works perfect. Just take it, put it over our fire, and we're able to do some nice cooking. This is a poor excuse for a lean-to, but you know what? We could afford to not worry about our shelters because it's been absolutely beautiful the 3 days we were here. Tonight that's actually on a decline, so I find myself sliding at night. Tonight I'm going to park my camping stuff over here, my sleeping gear, and just sleep beside the fire on the opposite side of our little heat reflector. And this is
Should have cleaned up the camp.
no, this is a lived-in camp. That's his TP tent, built out of plastic, as you can see, twine, using leaves in the ground, made buttons to hold. Same thing down below for the stakes, or the spikes. Made a button, spike it in the ground, tie between 2 trees. This was someone else's previous fire pit. It's actually raised up off the ground, I guess in the summer, to avoid possible root fires or whatever, because there are a lot of roots weaving themselves throughout this entire area. You can see the roots coming up and going back into the ground. This is one example of that, and there's a lot of them. Sometimes it's hard to find a perfectly flat, uninterrupted place to sleep